All right, so let's take a look at the goals from the Philadelphia Union versus DC United game. This goal comes courtesy by Mikael Uhre in the 13th minute. So Jack Elliott goes into Nathan Harriel here. Harriel into Quinn Sullivan. Sullivan's going to dribble by Pedro Santos and Pirani here. Going to go ahead and take a touch by Enau. Cross across the 6-yard box into Mikael Uhre, who has an easy tap in there to give the Union the early 1-0 lead in the 13th minute. Mikael Uhre has now scored in 4 consecutive games with the Union, the first time that he's done so in his career with the club. All 4 of Mikael Uhre's goals during this stretch have come within the first 15 minutes of games, and Mikael, been a striker, a player for the Union that's been in terrific form here. Again, going to go ahead and toot my own horn. I said a couple episodes ago on the podcast that Mikael, after the Red Bull game, could get 5 goals in the last 7 matches, and he's off to a hot start to complete that. But we saw Quinn Sullivan dribble by 2 DC United players here. Going to go ahead and, like I said, take that touch by Enau. And you're going to just see Mikael Uhre make this run in behind Tubbs, one of the center backs for DC United here. Does not get tracked. Quinn Sullivan does a good job just to pick up his head, see the run by Mikael, play this across the 6-yard box. Mikael, is he onside? Is he offsides? They said onside. That's just really, really great work here by Quinn Sullivan, who had himself an excellent game. We'll see more Quinn Sullivan highlights here in a second. But this is exactly what you want from Mikael Uhre. You know, he doesn't need to score a fancy goal. He doesn't need to be the star player. But just scoring these goals that you expect from your striker, and he's been in terrific form. So the second goal in this game scored by Dániel Gazdag to put the Union up 2-0 within 16 minutes of this match. We can see the Union once again attacking down the right side of the field with Quinn Sullivan, Nathan Harriel with a cutback pass to Tai Baribo. Bad clearance away by Christopher McVeigh. Dániel Gazdag was there to collect the loose ball to beat Alex Bono at his far post. Union 2 goals within 16 minutes after DC United started this game pretty brilliant, had the first 3 shots in this game, but the Union make good on the first 2 chances of this game, putting the ball in the back of the net, first with Mikael Uhre, then with Dániel Gazdag. We can see it was a common theme throughout the first half of this game with the Union just attacking down the right side of the field. We can see this little 2v1 between Nathan Harriel, Quinn Sullivan going in against Pedro Santos, Pirani taken out of this play completely. And so it's just going to be a nice little give and go here between Nathan Harriel and the Quinn Sullivan. We'll see Sullivan back into Nathan Harriel. Nate's able to pick up his head, see that, look, both of my strikers are 1v1 inside the box against their center backs. Dániel Gazdag will track his run because none of the midfielders are aware of the run by Dániel Gazdag, and this is just good hustle and determination by Dániel to collect the loose ball. Poor clearance there by McVeigh. Nobody tracks Gazdag. Gazdag with a great touch. One touch, second touch, finish at Bono's far post. And this is exactly what the Philadelphia Union wanted against a team that, you know, you're fighting for one of those last few playoff spots. You want to get off to a hot start. DC, like I said, first 3 shots in this game. As soon as the Union get their opportunities in this game, they make no mistake about it. The third goal in the game comes courtesy by Tai Baribo, who puts the Union up 3-0. We can see the Union playing out of the back right here with Nathan Harriel going into Jacob Glesnes. Glesnes going back to Nathan Harriel. Harriel plays forward into Quinn Sullivan, who then plays forward into Mikael Uhre. A couple things I want to point out here on this play. I think on the night, this was the best goal that the Union scored. But right away, I want to highlight DC United's defensive structure. Really, really poor on this play. And so you have Peltola, one of the center backs for DC United, playing as a left back here on this play. You have McVeigh in his natural position as a center back here. Then you have Aaron Herrera, who's a right back, as your second center back on this play. And then you have Pedro Santos, who's a left back, playing as the right back here on this play. And then you have the 2 holding midfielders of Click and Enau. Neither one of those players track Tai Baribo on this play once the Union get closer to DC United's 18-yard box. And so the forward pass by Quinn Sullivan into Mikael Uhre. Uhre's going to go forward into Dániel Gazdag, who tries to cross into Tai Baribo. It gets blocked by Aaron Herrera. Quinn Sullivan does a good job here to get by Enau. Cross back post to Tai Baribo. Uncontested. Goal. 3-0 Union. Really, really, really poor tracking here on this play by DC United. And it starts with giving them way too much space in the middle of the field once Quinn Sullivan goes forward into Mikael Uhre. You don't have in-out or click following the run of Tai Baribo once this play gets crossed from Quinn Sullivan into Baribo at the back post. We'll go ahead and see the replay right here. Good ball forward by Quinn Sullivan. This is good by Mikael Uhre to pass forward into Dániel Gazdag, who gets his cross blocked by Herrera. Quinn Sullivan keeps his play alive. That's silky skill work there by Quinn Sullivan, who does well to find Tai Baribo uncontested at the back post, and that's a hard header to put in the back of the net. You know, it's a powerful cross in. He does well to redirect this back on target. Union go up 3-0. Really, really good stuff by the Union's front three on this play. So this is the fourth and final goal in the match. This one comes courtesy by Dániel Gazdag, who gets his second on the evening. We can see DC United playing out of the back here with Peltola. DC United playing four in the back here at this point in the game. Left back, push up farther than the right back. Can't even see the left back here for DC United on this play. We're going to see the ball get played to McVeigh, who's going to go ahead and force his pass down the middle of the field into Click. Leon Flock, who's highlighted here on the screen, he's the reason that this ball gets turned over by Click because of the pressure that he applies right on his back as soon as he receives the pass. Another thing I want to point out here on this play is the Union's positioning. You can see it's pretty well marked where McVeigh, yes, plays this ball down the middle, sets Click up for failure. It wasn't the greatest pass by McVeigh here on this play. He had a horrible night for DC United overall. In my opinion, this ball should have got played out wide to the right into the right back here, but instead he opts for the pass down the middle of the field. So pass goes into Click. Liam Flock right there, put pressure on. It's the giveaway there. Tai Baribo first to react, slots it to Dániel Gazdag, who gets his brace. 4-0 Union. That's all she wrote in this game. Dániel Gazdag now 17 goals on the season, which is tied for the second most in the league, 2 away from leading goal scorer Christian Benteke, who, by the way, the Philadelphia Union did a terrific job this game, keeping him quiet all game long. We'll go ahead and see this play once again. It's a poor pass backwards by Click. Nothing he can do in this situation because of the pressure by Leon Flock. It's a great finish there by Dániel Gazdag to meet Bono at his near post. Just really, really good pressure here by the Union. This is typical Philadelphia Union soccer. We saw multiple teams the last couple of weeks make mistakes, and the only team the Union didn't take advantage of was Inter Miami. 2 mistakes on the night by DC United, and the Union capitalized on them. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some chances created by the Union in this game. The first chance we're going to take a look at is by Quinn Sullivan, a long-distance shot that Alex Bono saves for DC United. So we're going to see Jacob Glenzis play this ball forward into Quinn Sullivan, who you can see in a lot of space. DC United's midfield, nowhere to be seen, nowhere marking him. So he goes, collects this ball, a lot of space to run into. And you can see Quinn's looking at his options, and he's a little bit surprised nobody's picked him up yet. Here comes Tubbs, one of the center backs, picks him up. There's a shot from distance, easily saved by the DC United goalkeeper. Chance number 2, we're going to see once again Quinn Sullivan, who, in my opinion, had the best performance out of all Union players on the night. He had 2 assists, 4 chances created, had 3 shots in this game. He did it all, especially on the right side of the field with Nathan Harriel. These 2 had a really, really good combination on the night. So we'll see a forward ball by Jacob Glissons into Harriel. A great flick on there by Nathan into Quinn. Quinn's going to go ahead and pass this to Ty, who does a cheeky little flick that's not able to go on target. Chance number 3, and we'll see Nathan Harriel on the ball, and you bet it. Once again, Quinn Sullivan involved on this play with Nathan Harriel. Forward ball by Nathan into Quinn. Again, a lot of space to operate. Quinn's so good at seeing the space where to attack. There's that ball out to Kai Wagner, picks his head, crosses in, and gets cleared away by DC United. We're going to go ahead and see a chance here from distance from Jack McGlynn. Union intercept this. Jack McGlynn, nobody picks him up, and why not try your luck like you did last time out against DC United where you scored from a similar area. Now in the second half, I love this play. Once more, Quinn Sullivan involved here. We're going to see a forward pass by Quinn Sullivan into Jack McGlynn. Jack McGlynn's going to go ahead and play the ball into Mikael Uhre, who goes 1v1 against Aaron Herrera. And the one thing I like about this is the line splitting pass. Line splitting passes are key, and the Union have been doing a really, really good job at that the last couple weeks against different oppositions. And so this pass here by Quinn takes out the midfield of DC United. There's that forward pass by Jack McGlynn into Mikael Uhre. Mikael Uhre sends Herrera to the ground. And now you could have said, should Mikael Uhre have squared this pass to Dániel Gazdag? You can see wide open, opts for the shot instead. Goes off the post, saved by Bono, and I think it's a fine save. So we're gonna see a 3v2 situation here for the Union with Dániel Gazdag leading the charge. Go ahead and pass this ball into Mikael Uhre. Uhre does a good job to slow this play down. Wants to go to Tai Baribo there, but the opts for Jack McGlynn, who has a shot from distance. Once again, that is saved by Alex Bono. Go into the 85th minute here. Tai Baribo going to hit the post himself. Should have had a second on the night. We see Tai on the right touchline here. Union going to go ahead into Quinn Sullivan. Once again, Quinn Sullivan with a forward pass into Tai Baribo. This is excellent footwork by Tai to unleash a shot that goes off the post. Stanley probably should have put that one on the back of the net once the rebound came to him. And then the last chance on the night, we're going to see Quinn Sullivan go into his brother Kevin Sullivan here. Kevin first time shot just over the bar there. And you can see Kevin Sullivan knew that was the opportunity. That was the opportunity from his brother to finally get his first professional goal with the Philadelphia Union. Good strength there by Simon Dinneron. Good pass, good pick out by Quinn Sullivan to find Quinn. And you can see Quinn celebrating, thinking this is the opportunity. We finally linked up, and Kevin puts that one just over the bar. And this is just an excellent shot from the 14-year-old. A lot of chances created by the Union in this game. Definitely could have had more than 4 goals. So we'll end this video looking at 4 chances by DC United. Well, technically 5 because one of their chances goes off the post. But first shot we'll see here by DC United, that's saved. Shot from distance from Pedro Santos, easily saved there by Andre Blake, who had 4 saves on the night. Ball forward into Aaron Herrera. Union get caught too high up. Good cutback there by Herrera. Finds a wide open Klitsch, and that's a great save there by Andre Blake. Really should have been 1-0 DC United, but Andre Blake doing what Andre Blake does. Hold up play there by Christian Benteke. Ball up to Dayama. That goes off the crossbar. Deflects off of Nathan Harriel. Really could have been 3-1 there. Union do a good job just eventually clearing this away, and a couple blocks there on that play. Shot from distance. The cameras caught that way too late. But third save of the night by Andre Blake. And this chance is going to come courtesy by Christian Benteke. Benteke is going to take a touch. And then Andre Blake's there with a huge save to preserve the clean sheet